Hello everyone, welcome again to Daily Grace with Pastor James. So glad you're joining me in this episode. I just want to start with a story. I was on the phone with somebody during the week, and this is somebody who just came in from Africa, and of course we know how they go through rigorous process and the things that they go through before they get here. And they've just been here for a few weeks, and she was saying she doesn't think if she has made the right choice. And in my mind, I just thought, wow, after all they have gone through, after all they have invested as a family, just few days, you are thinking you've not made the right choice. You see, most of us, we look at our future with the eyes of fear rather than the eyes of faith. Today, we're going to be talking about seeing the future through the eyes of faith. Seeing the future through the eyes of faith. The psalmist tells us in Psalm 112, 6 to 8. Psalm 112, 6 to 8. He says, surely the righteous will never be shaken. They will be remembered forever. They will have no fear of bad news. Their hearts are steadfast, trusting in the Lord. Their hearts are secure. They will have no fear. In the end, they will look in triumph on their foes. Now, this is a wonderful passage to you and I as children of God. I have no idea what you have achieved so far in this year. The third month of the year 2023 is fast coming to an end, and you are probably wondering, because of what you have been going through, you are wondering to see what this year actually has for you. Where is your goal? That goal that you dream of, that goal that you dreamt of, that goal that you have been focusing on, that you are going to achieve. Listen, whether you make your goal or your dreams this year has nothing to do with your circumstances, has nothing to do with your current resources. It all depends on your perception. It all depends on your viewpoint. The economy might be slow. Your dream might initially be struggling, especially in this first half of the year. Your family might be facing challenges. You might even be facing challenges either in your work or your studies or wherever. But yet, the most important question that you should be faced with in this year is, are you going to move ahead looking at this year with the eye of faith rather than the eyes of fear? There is a wonderful story in the Bible, the story of the Israelites in Numbers 13, where God has promised them. I mean, we're talking about the creator of heaven and earth, has promised them the Canaan land. And then after they have stayed in slavery for several years, Moses led them out of that slavery. And they have been wandering in the wilderness for about 2 years. And Moses now sent 12 spies, one from each tribe of Israel, to go and spy out the land that the Lord has promised to them. And of course, when they came back, 10 out of the spies, 10 out of 12, gave them a fearful report, gave them a fearful news, gave them a news that shook them to their bone. They said the promised land was as incredible as God has promised. It's truly a land flowing with milk and honey, but we all have buts in our lives, and that derails us from the plans of God in our lives. But there's these two guys, Joshua and Caleb, that came with a report based on their eyes of faith. But those reports were not taken into consideration. Those reports were not taken into consideration. Brethren, maybe you have been facing some delays in whatever you're thinking of achieving. Don't cut corners. Don't do things that will strain the relationship that you have built over the years. Don't do things that will make you destroy the bridge that you have built over the years. All you just need to do is to rely on God, is to focus on God and not on man. Is it your marriage that is facing challenges? Is it your studies that is facing challenges? Whatever challenge you're going through, is it your church that is facing challenge? Whatever challenge you're going through, when we are looking at the future or our problems with the eyes of fear, there are certain experiences that follows as the outcome. Let's just look at those experiences. Number one, we'll be stressed by conflicting information. You'll be jumping from pillar to post, looking for somebody that is going to help you in achieving what God has placed in your heart, instead of you to go into your closet and focus on God so that He can direct your step. That's exactly what the 10 spies they did. They came with the bad report. The second thing is we then develop a scarcity mindset. A scarcity mindset. Oh, we want to just pack as much as we can. Oh, this place that we're living, we want to make sure that we pack as much as we can, because when we leave, we are not going to have all these things. That is a scarcity mindset. Whatever God is saying that you should live, you live it. There is no driver, I've not seen anyone that is driving and is looking backward. You will never make progress when you are looking backward, because you're going to lose concentration, you're going to lose focus. The other thing again is when we look at the future with the eyes of fear, we fulfill our self-defeating prophecies and we think it is what somebody has told us. No, because in our mind, we're already telling ourselves that we cannot do it. That is why we are looking at other people to grab. And so, when those people eventually disappoint us, we then fail, and that is a self-defeating prophecy that we had already had in our mind. You can read Numbers 13:31, Numbers 13:31 to see how the Israelites looked at themselves. And then the fourth thing, when you're looking at your future, when you're looking at your dream with the eyes of fear, is that we spread our negativity to everyone else. That's how you are jumping from pillar to post, looking for people, looking for connections, looking for those that will help you, because when you get there, you don't have the right mindset to achieve. That is a negative attitude. Don't spread your negative attitude, because if you do, it's going to affect your family, it's going to affect your friends, it's going to affect all the relationship that you have created over the years. And of course, when we look at our future with the eyes of fear, we see ourselves as inadequate for what we are venturing into. We see ourselves as inadequate in what God has called us into because of fear. That's exactly why the 10 spies came back with a negative report. Again, Numbers 13:32-33. And they gave the children of Israel a bad report of the land which they had spied out, saying, the land through which we have gone as spies is a land that devours its inhabitants and all the people whom we saw in it. are men of great stature. We saw the giants, the descendants of Anak came from the giants, and we were like grasshoppers in their eyes. They were like grasshoppers in their eyes. Who told them that they are grasshoppers in their eyes? And of course, the sixth point is we then make ourselves miserable. We then make ourselves miserable. Look at your future. Look at where you're going with the eyes of faith. Make a faith commitment today to face whatever fear that will come your way with faith, because God has given you that power of courage. Thank you so much for listening to me. Once again, my name is Pastor James Egodibie. I pastor RCCG Solid Rock Parish, Derby, 55 Woods Lane, DE 22 3UD. If you're looking for a Bible-believing church, please come. We have wonderful brethren here who would welcome you with open arms. Thank you. And if this message has blessed you, please do share it to others so that they can also enjoy. I'll see you in the next episode. Bye.